My favorite thing about being a videographer is the opportunities it brings up. It literally can put me in any profession, any field, anywhere in the world. I've been able to travel to a bunch of different states and stuff because of my career. Meeting the new people and being in different places of the world is really the most exciting part about being a videographer and what I really appreciate about the job.
Yeah.
My name's Josh Baer, and I'm a small business owner of a video production company called Spicy Melon Studios. With Spicy Melon Studios, the main goal is to create interesting and unique video content. There's so much content out there that our mission is to create something that's a little bit different. I've kind of coined the term scroll stopping because there's just so much thrown at you day in and day out. We want to create stuff that's unique and different. That's why I utilize special effects in a lot of our work, and that's kind of our main mission. So I originally got into videography back when I was a kid. My parents got me a camcorder for Christmas one year. Me and my sister just started making really stupid horror movies. We literally couldn't edit that at that time. We would film it on our camcorder. After a scene was done, we would go to the next scene and film it like that. So it all came together at the end with no editing. And then from there, I just really had a love for it. I got into sports and just started making like sports highlights for my high school team. And then just continued doing that when me and my friends were doing a flag football league, and just continually made videos, whether it was stupid videos with my sister and friends, or it was sports highlights. I was always had a passion for video. I started doing it with like sports highlights back in high school, then into college with my friends, and then we just do like comedy spoofs and parodies. And then around that time, I started taking it a little more seriously. I started taking YouTube more serious, gave myself a deadline of making a YouTube video once a week, and started getting a little bit of steam in my local town. And someone from Rocket, then Quicken Loans, saw some of my videos and reached out and said, hey, we have this internship. I think you'd be perfect fit. I applied, and there it was. I got that job back in 2016. At Rocket, it was culture stuff. I was honestly surprised there was a position for it. When I first got the job, I was like, why does a mortgage company need a videographer? They were just fun culture pieces. It wasn't my dream job to be in the mortgage industry, but all that considered, it was still like a fun place to work at and work on. So I worked for Rocket Mortgage for about 3 years, and at that point I had a new opportunity to go to a different team, not within the same company, but under the same umbrella with the Detroit Ambassadors at Rock Ventures. The Detroit Ambassadors was a group of tour guides that just showed off Bedrock, Dan Gilbert's footprint in Detroit, and walked around the city and showed celebrities, business owners, team members, people of all walks of life, just the Bedrock footprint in Detroit. The main thing was focusing on our leader, our boss at the time, Detroit Bruce. He had to build a social media following, so he was kind of like our beacon to get the light out there of Detroit. So we did a lot of cool things to showcase his platform and to encourage people to come see Detroit. So some of my favorite pieces that I put together while with the Detroit Ambassadors, number one's probably got to be the Big Three. Ice Cube started a 3-on-3 basketball league, and he was coming through Detroit. Bruce was the one that was welcoming me into Detroit, and we got to get some behind the scenes of how the event was put together, and then go sit courtside and film the game and put together a nice fun piece. And thankfully there was quite a few celebrities that we got the privilege to work with. I just mentioned Ice Cube, but Tony Harrison, former world champion, Detroit boxer, got to work with him. Quavo, obviously a huge name in the rap game. Snoop Dogg, he came in on tour. So a lot of cool opportunities to work with the Detroit Ambassadors and all the celebrities coming through Detroit. So I wanted to branch out and create my own company because I knew it was a goal of mine. I knew eventually I wanted to get back into the sports and music industry. So eventually the opportunity popped up and I took it. The advice I'd give to someone that wants to get into this field is actually two things. You have to have the passion and you have to be consistent. You can have all the skill in the world, but if you aren't being consistent, if you aren't coming into work with all that drive, it's not going to go anywhere. You have to really put in a lot of time and effort into this. It requires a lot of energy and a lot of effort.